Ubisoft is going through a rough patch, you guys. They are having what we in the business like to call a not very good or fun time right now. So
probably because they suck.
Probably because they're just the worst.
And they're the worst people.
So let me...
not the worst people who work for Ubisoft. The people in charge of Ubisoft.
Let me just... There we go. All right, let me get Patrick back up here.
When is this from? Oh, this is from today.
There we go. All right, Patrick's back. Okay, so let's go through this. So this is from IGN.
Thanks, Rebecca Valentine.
We're citing the sources today.
That's who wrote the article.
Okay, well... There he is. He's back. Okay. Ubisoft has announced that it's delaying Skull and Bones for the 6th time.
Which has essentially been a weekly occurrence for the past, 10 years now.
It has canceled 3 other unannounced games.
Which means stuff that was early in the works that they're just now not going to pay for.
That they've decided they're just not doing it all.
And you know what? Here's what they should do. All the games they just canceled, all the people who are working on those games, to Skull and Bones so that it finally comes out.
That, or Game Pass will just pay you to make a game and put it on there.
You know how Skull and Bones is just the pirate ship stuff?
Mm-hmm.
How is just the pirate ship stuff taking this long?
I don't know. Also, Sea of Thieves exists. And it's the same.
Yeah. And so, there's more stuff.
Clearly it can be done. I mean, this looks significantly more realistic.
What that means is they've restarted development on this 6 different times.
Yeah. But continuing in the article, so
there's people.
Who's that?
People just got
Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, as well as Just Dance 2023, performed bad, not good. They did not like how those performed.
Big suck.
And the company is undergoing a restructuring. In a press release today,
Which means they're firing a bunch of people.
Yes, that's what that really means. Ubisoft outlined a new strategy for the remainder of its fiscal year, as well as lowered expectations for the last fiscal quarter. Ubisoft plans the move as a result of the company facing major challenges as the industry continues to shift towards mega brands and long-lasting titles that can reach players across the globe. So what that means is they don't make any big online games, and that's what the people want. That's what the people really want. That's what they enjoy. They want the big Call of Duties. Yes. All right, let's do the Tucker Answers the Door show. Are you doing the podcast?
Who is it?
It's Max, whose mic is not plugged in, and we don't have any ports for you to plug into.
Who navigates in and out of the show at will.
He's going around. Oh, here he comes. He's coming. They can only see your hand.
Hey, everybody, it's me.
All right.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, bye. There he goes. But back to what I was saying. Who's that? Anyway, so
yes. I don't know what that was. All right, keep talking.
So Ubisoft, so they said that they don't have any mega brands and long-lasting titles that reach players across the globe on multiple platforms and business models. What that basically boils down to is they don't have any big multiplayer games. They don't have any big multi-plat Call of Duty or Fortnite.
I mean, they make all. Yeah, I mean, not really, not anymore. Ubisoft hasn't published a major game.
What do they make? What is their big game anymore?
Tom Clancy games. Damn, they make so many.
So they have
Tom Clancy
they have
games.
Rainbow Six, but no, that's the only one. That's their only big popular shooter
games. See what came out in 2022. What did they make? Made Dance,
which they are not made. They don't
Mario
like that
Rabbids.
anymore. They don't like that anymore either.
Roller Champions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They make Assassin's Creed,
or at least they sometimes
they made
do.
They made the new Rainbow. I guess Rainbow Six is the closest thing to a big online.
Yeah, that's their biggest game.
But the Rainbow Six community is not nearly as big as.
That's the. I think that's the smallest of the big shooters.
Probably. Especially the one they just made that no one cared about. And just
I would say,
Rainbow Six Siege.
In order of popularity, it's probably Fortnite, Call of Duty, all of them, Warzone, whatever.
Still putting Fortnite at number 1, Sam.
You want me to pull up the active user list?
You don't have to yell at me about how Fortnite's the greatest game ever.
It's not. It's just a popular. It's still the most streamed category on Twitch. It has been for the last 6 years. What was I saying? Yeah, Fortnite, Call of Duty. Probably after that, it's Valorant, then Overwatch.
Where's Rust on there, Sam?
Rust is not on that list. No one plays Rust.
I know
then
people that play
and then
Rust.
under there, it's Tom Clancy. That's probably
Just every
That's
Tom
right.
Clancy game.
Rainbow Six, the one that's popular.
Well, because there's also The Division, Ghost Recon,
one plays those.
the other one.
Oh wow, the other one.
Top 10. I'm trying to find online shooters or whatever. We got to move on.
Just pull up Twitch and look at the ones that are being streamed the most. That's basically the
Then
answer.
I gotta log into my Twitch account.
No, you don't. Just go to the freaking page.
Twitch.com.
All right. Well, you're.
Twitch.tv.
Yes, this is the same thing.
Browse. What do I go to?
You guys are really
Just
efficient.
do categories.
I never ever use everybody.
It's not difficult.
Where's the categories button?
It's just click to on the page.
I click the browse button.
Sure.
Categories. Escape from Tarkov.
That's that one. That's a more recent one. That one's
Oh.
like just started to pop up.
Overwatch. That's a shooter.
Yeah.
Valorant. Yeah, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex Legends is still a thing apparently.
Yeah. People do play that game.
People still play that. Destiny. Someone's still watching Destiny.
Well, they
videos.
recently had a big update.
High on Life.
That's a game.
That's just what people are.
Not really a shooter.
People just
I mean,
play
it is
that.
a shooter, but it's not multiplayer.
playing that right
Or it
now.
is multiplayer, but it's not. Multiplayer.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot. Halo
Anyway,
Infinite.
How many of those are
Halo.
Ubisoft?
Someone's still playing Halo.
How many of those are Ubisoft games?
None of them, I don't think.
Exactly. And that brings us to their corporate restructuring. So, shut up, IGN. I'm not paying for your
Nobody
IGN
wants
Plus.
to pay for you,
Shut
IGN.
up.
Shut
People
up.
barely tolerate you, much less pay for you, as we steal their content.
Anyway, there's a little something for everyone on IGN, and that's why we're giving IGN a
9 out of 10. Okay. But anyway, you get the idea. That's what's going on.
Oh, CSGO? They don't own that, but someone's still playing CSGO apparently.
Thank you for that. Very excited.
I just think that's
announcement.
funny.
But yeah, rip Ubisoft. They will be
Not
forgotten.
missed. Well, they're still around. They're going to be around forever. 'Cause
they're going to be around.
They just have money.
They got lots
They got
of that.
so much money. And you know what? I'm okay with them being around because they produce or are somewhat involved in Mythic Quest. And when that
That's
show
true.
ends, they can burn to the ground. I don't care.
Oh, wait, they own World of Warcraft, right?
No,
Oh, no, that's Blizzard.
Blizzard.
Yeah, that's Blizzard.
And Blizzard can't. Blizzard's owned by Valve, right?
Owned by Activision.
Or it's owned by. Oh yeah, they just merged with Activision.
No, they merged like a decade ago.
Whatever.
Anyway, you're thinking of the
they'll
Activision Microsoft thing, which just all
All the companies are one company.
speaking of, they recently got sued in New York.
What?
They're getting investigated by the
Too
FTC for anti-competitive behavior.
Oh, you mean the company that's become every company?
Well, so they recently got sued in the UK, and it was ruled that in the UK they were not allowed to merge.
But they just did not in the UK.
And then, well, because the merger hasn't gone through yet, like anywhere.
But
It's just been proposed, and now it's under investigation by the FTC as well, which is not good.
If it doesn't go through now, they'll just wait for the president to change, and then
they'll just pay him.
Just let him through. That's how
All
it
right.
works. No, I can't wait for every company to become like two companies, and then that's when they'll be like, wait a minute. I
Maybe
think there's
this
some
is bad."
monopolizing going on over here.
Maybe this isn't good.
Like, how big does Disney have to become before we stop them from growing more?
But you can't have a monopoly on intellectual property because you can make money.
I mean, you can on the stuff that already
No, that is a
exists.
stupid thing to say, government. You are stupid. There are other words I could say, but not on YouTube.
Also, you're not buying the ideas, you're buying, like, the actual physical products.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have a film production, you don't have a monopoly on, like, the idea of making movies. You have a monopoly on all of the movies that have been made.
Yeah, it's
Like, the ones actually be, like...
The fact that the Fox-Disney merger went through is proof that the government doesn't function.
Yeah. No, but... Well, they let that and let the Discovery merger go through, and
Yeah, that was also
and
stupid.
Warner Brothers is going to merge with Comcast in a few years, and then they're just going to let that go through. Now that will just be straight up unfair.
No, yeah, it's
Because
already
Comcast
unfair.
literally basically owns the internet. So once they own the internet and then all the streaming apps,
Which is funny because AT&T is the one who used to own Warner Bros.
But they decided they didn't want to deal with them anymore, so they just
So
sold
instead,
them
they
off.
sold them to Discovery, who will eventually get bought by Comcast, who's the guy who owns the other half of the internet.
And then AT&T will go buy Disney to compete. And
Well,
then
no, I don't think AT&T
it'll just
could
be
buy Disney.
AT&T and Comcast hitting each other.
And then Apple will buy Nintendo, and
then
everyone will be happy.
Everyone
Anyway,
will be like, oopsie
everyone
doopsie,
will
we
be
let
sad.
Exxon buy everything. Anyway,
oops the oopsies, we created a fascism.
remember
All
when the oil companies were on top? Dang. the
We
good
need
old
another. We need
days.
another.
Remember when the big monopoly was railroads?
Yeah, because they had a monopoly on transportation.
Because there was like 6, and if you needed to move products, you had to just use the one railroad that's owned by the
very
one
cool,
guy.
Very
And
epic.
he was just like, you have to give me $300 billion to use my railroad. They were like, well, I guess we can't go
I
anywhere
guess
else.
we have to.
Anyway.
Cool. Who's the trust buster one? Was it?
Monopolies are fun.
Who was the president who did all the trust busting? Not Taft. It was
wasn't
Roosevelt,
Taft.
right? Roosevelt did all the trust
No,
busting stuff.
Roosevelt was in the 20s. It was in the...
I'm glad someone paid attention. In
I thought it
history.
was. I thought
no,
it was.
in
Roosevelt.
like the late... It was like the mid to late 1800s. It was in the whole railroads thing.
Not railroads. I'm talking about the oil stuff.
Oh, the oil stuff? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was...
Who was the
Welcome to the
Trust.
history show.
trust busting president? Yeah, Theodore Roosevelt. I was right. We need
Teddy.
we need another Teddy Roosevelt,
Remember when...
but one who like doesn't hate Native Americans.
Remember when they just made up all those weird legends about him that everyone just sees as fact and they just are patently untrue?
Yeah, he's just freaking a Chad.
like how he did that speech while being shot.
well,
or
he
had-
did that.
had
Actually,
gone-
you can just look that up.
he didn't. Not though.
You want me to look it up?
Let's not talk about it right
He
now.
was. He literally got shot.
My conspiracy.
And then at the
theories.
end, he was like, "Now I need to go to the hospital," and they rushed him to the hospital after his speech.
Good old Teddy. Remember when he ran as a member of the Bull Moose Party?
Well, he invented his own party because
Which
he
I
got
think
kicked out.
might be the greatest party name of all time.
Yeah, because it's like, what does that even mean?